Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to part 3 of my definitive rumors guide to the next generation iPhones, being the iPhone 6s and iPhone 6s Plus. To ensure that you don't miss out on parts 1 and 2, be sure to check the card that should be on your screens now. Alright, so starting off here, like I mentioned, if you guys have yet to watch parts 1 and 2, I definitely recommend doing so now before watching this video because it's just going to be shorter and I'm going to go over some of the new details that leaked today, or at least that have started to go around the Apple blogosphere, and then we're also going to mention the iPad Pro, a rumored device, as well as the 4th generation Apple TV before we get into everything we know surrounding the next generation iPhones, or at least everything we think we know from the rumors. Also, if you guys are interested in the wallpaper I'm rocking here on my iPhone 6 Plus, which is straight from iOS 9 Beta 5, I covered that yesterday, then be sure to click the card that should be on your screens now to be taken straight to my website. You'll be able to download the wallpaper there. Alright, so now getting into the iPhones. According to BuzzFeed, who kind of has a reputable track record when it comes to nailing down different release announcements from Apple, the company will hold their annual iPhone event on the week of September the 7th, with the specific date being September 9th. So should we mark our calendars for that date? I personally wouldn't be surprised if we see the 6S and 6S Plus on September 9th, with the release probably hovering around the 3rd or 4th week in September, more likely the 3rd. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. And quickly getting into the other devices the report mentions, before we highlight the iPhone 6S rumors, apparently Apple may also announce the iPad Pro, which has been a long-standing rumor in the Apple rumor mill. We've heard it so many times, a larger 12.9-inch iPad that will dwarf the current largest iPad being 9.7 inches. Well, according to the report on BuzzFeed, the reporters said that it, quote, seems to be a wild card, or in other words, we may or we may not see the iPad Pro at the event. We won't know for sure until Apple officially announces and holds it, again, according to this report, on September 9th, though we don't know whether that's the official date or not. And as we start to approach September, I will definitely keep you guys covered on all things iPhone and iPad, but just note that iPads are usually refreshed in October and not September, so it seems kind of odd that the report is also suggesting that this event will be utilized to showcase the rumored iPad Pro. By the way, if you guys like the wallpaper on my iPad Air 2, that will also be available on the post that I mentioned that will be linked to in the cards of this video. And finally, for this latest report, Apple may also announce the 4th generation Apple TV, which hasn't received a refresh since the 3rd generation was announced and released way back in 2012, guys. So this would be absolutely great. I use my Apple TVs all of the time on a daily basis to stream things from iTunes as well as Netflix. I love it. I know a lot of people really do enjoy their Apple TVs, and according to earlier reports, the next generation device will feature a completely revised touch-based controller, Siri integration, and overall just a faster and improved experience with the possibility of a new native app store. Okay, now everything we know about the next generation iPhones as quickly as possible. Again, if you guys want a more thorough and more in-depth explanation of all of the rumors, then just be sure to check out the playlist I'll have linked for you now. Okay, so as far as colors are concerned, the next generation iPhone is expected to receive a new pink or somewhat rose gold color, as well as a new darker version of the space gray that will more closely match the slate color introduced with the iPhone 5. We may also see an increased thickness of 0.2 millimeters on the iPhone 6 from 6.9 millimeters total to 7.1 millimeters, matching the thickness of the iPhone 6 Plus for the implementation of Force Touch. I'll get into that in a second. The devices may also see a new shift to the 7000 series aluminum that Apple uses in their lower end Apple Watches, so the sports version of this Apple Watch. And that will not only add a more premium and durable feel, but it will also hopefully prevent against possible Bendgate scandals in the future for the 6S and 6S Plus. The devices are also said to feature a 12 megapixel camera bump, being one of the biggest improvements to the iPhone's camera since its initial release, and Force Touch, which will be able to accurately detect how much pressure you're putting into the touches on the screen, similar to what we see on the Apple Watch, as well as the trackpad of the new MacBook models. Touch ID may also be significantly improved and more accurate at different angles, and possibly even various various conditions such as wet or damp hands. Now, as far as internal upgrades are concerned, this is where we're going to see the biggest improvement, from the A8 processor currently powering the iPhones to a new improved A9 CPU, which of course is only natural in the evolution of the iPhone, as well as 2 gigabytes of RAM for better multitasking. And finally, the devices may also be faster as far as LTE and possibly even Wi-Fi speeds are concerned. Overall, though, the design will remain identical to their predecessors, the 6 and 6 Plus, meaning the gaudy lines at the bottom and top that act as windows for the signals and the otherwise all-metal enclosure are here to stay. The same thing can be said for the protruding camera lens at the back, especially since we're going to be seeing a new bump of up to 12 megapixels. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. Be sure to give it a massive thumbs up. I'm planning on doing some new giveaways soon, so show that like button below some love. Leave your thoughts about the devices in the comments, and let me know what you're most excited about, whether it's the 6S, 6S Plus, or even something else that's rumored for the event like the iPad Pro or the 4th generation Apple TV. Again, just be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you like this video and you're interested in earning paid applications from Apple's App Store and gift cards for free, and you want a chance to win a $5 iTunes gift card, then be sure to navigate to freeappsfast.com inside of Mobile Safari. It's as simple as downloading sponsored apps for points and then redeeming said points for various prizes. All right, guys, that wraps up everything I wanted to mention in today's video. I hope you have a great weekend. Let's look forward to the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. Remember, I'll keep you completely informed as we approach next month's announcement. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ICUID. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.